Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Beck's Backyard Barbecue. Today we are doing something a little bit different. This here is a venison loin. For those of you that don't know what venison is, that is deer meat. So we're going to be throwing this in the cooker today. We have a little bit of trimming to do here. We want to get this silver skin off. Like always when you're cooking barbecue or smoking, you want to trim off anything that might burn in the cooker and create a bad eating experience. So I'm going to get this trimmed up and then we'll show you the seasoning process and we'll get it in the cooker. All right, everyone, we're back. So we did a little bit of trimming on it, just cleaned up some loose ends. I see I got another one sitting right there. Now I'm going to do is I'm just going to hit this with just a little bit of my base rub, which is basically a mix of salt, pepper, garlic, onion, mustard, just kind of a generic blend of seasonings and spices. I'm going to finish rubbing this down and then we'll come back when I get it all rubbed down, and then we'll take it out and we'll throw it in the pit and get it smoking. And as always, good barbecue starts with a good fire. We're burning maple today. We're running the Oklahoma Joe. We're just using a little cooker because we're just doing one loin, so we don't need to fire up the big girl or anything like that. So there she's starting to take off. We'll let this burn down and get the smoke cleaned up a little bit, get a good clean fire burning, and we'll bring our loin out and throw it on. All right, venison loin is in the Oklahoma Joe. I'm going to try to run this about 225 to 250, somewhere right in there. And we're going to take it probably to an internal temp of about 140, just to try to keep it on the more medium side. Venison can tend to dry out. It's inherently a very lean meat. So if you take it to well done, you can dry it out rather quickly. So that's the plan. Stay tuned here and we'll get this finished up. All right, everyone, just to check up here. Our loin's been in for about an hour. You can see it's starting to cook. While the grill's going, or while the smoker's going here, I did have some venison steaks unthawed. So I'm going to throw them in here for lunch. And we're just going to keep it simple. If you have not tried Cavanders, I would highly recommend it. I'm not sponsored by them or anything like that in any way, but the family has really come to enjoy it. It's just a good all-purpose seasoning, great flavor, not spicy, anything like that. We use it a lot in a lot of different cooking we do here. So if you haven't tried Cavanders, look them up in your local grocery store, see if you can't find it and give it a try. We're going to close this back up and we'll let things keep cooking. So here we are, folks. We're about 2 hours in on this venison loin. On the probe, we're reading about 130. So one thing I like to do with venison, like we said earlier, it's inherently a very lean meat. It can dry out very easily. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up just to finish it off. It's taken about as much smoke as it's going to take. So I'm going to wrap it in some foil just to finish it off. Down here we do have our venison steaks. They'll be coming off here just shortly. And they're looking really, really, really nice. And again, venison's a cut. I like to cook it medium. Is my preference. To me, it has a better flavor. It doesn't dry out as much. It's not a meat that I like to take to well done. But that's our update for where we're at right now. So our secondary cook is finished up. We just finished wrapping that venison loin in there, and our venison steaks are done and they look delicious. Again, today's kind of a one-off. Normally you see us doing pork butts and ribs and briskets and things like that, chicken. We've even done some side dish videos. Check those out on the channel. And today it's like, you know what, let's do something different. Let's do some venison. It's a very, very healthy meat, very lean meat. So if you've never had it, I would encourage you to reach out and find some and try it. I'm going to go enjoy these, and then we will come back and finish up the loin video. All right, we have hit an internal temp of 142. So I'm going to pull this guy off, let it rest. You can see the steam coming off of it. We've got some juices in the bottom. Overall, it has a nice shiny glaze to it. You can see the moisture coming out of it. Should be a very tasty, tender piece of meat. We're going to take it and we're going to slice it up and make some different finger foods out of it. It's New Year's Eve, so there's all kinds of football games going on today. We got some friends coming over later to watch, so we're going to make some finger food out of this. I hope you enjoyed watching the video. If you liked it, please hit the subscribe button, drop us a like, drop us a comment. Have a good day, and have a Happy New Year.